Welcome back to more Summoner's War monster strategies. Today we're going to be looking at the Fire Imp known as Cogma. Cogma is well known to be a fusion material monster for the fusion hexagram, but aside from that, he is not known for anything else because, well, he's just not a good monster, just like the other imps. Except maybe the light, but that's still debatable. Anyway, let's talk about this guy's stats as a level 46 star, just to see. So, he has 7,740 HP, 648 attack, 483 defense, and 115 speed. He is the fastest imp out of the 5, 115, and he has a lot more HP than his two other, brothers that I just mentioned in the past two videos, Ralph and Finn. He actually has 7,700, which is a massive upgrade over them too, Ralph and Finn. But his attack stat is, however, lower than them two, and his defense, it's pretty bad too. Anyway, let's talk about his skills. His first one, Fiery Spear, attacks the enemy with a spear and increases the attack speed for 2 turns if you get a critical hit. Second skill, Heart Pierce, unleashes an accurately aimed deadly thrust. This attack receives a 50% critical rate bonus. That's the same skill as Ralph. And then this one, Triple Attack. Attacks the enemy 3 consecutive times and adds continuous damage, weaken defense, and stun to each attack if you get a critical hit. Okay, first of all, the way this skill is described is very misleading. It is not saying that every single attack has a chance to add DOT, defense break, and stun if it's a critical hit. It's not saying that. The first attack adds 1 debuff, the second attack another debuff, and the third one another debuff. The order might be that. The first attack DOT, second attack defense break, third attack stun. I might be wrong in the order, but the fact is that each of the 3 attacks only has a chance to inflict one of those 3 debuffs. It's not all 3 debuffs for each individual attack. So just to clarify that, because it's very misleading the way it's written. Anyway, let's now talk about his rune setup. So his rune setup, just like Ralph and Finn, I'm pretty much going the same way with this guy and saying Rage Blade, attack, critical rate, and I mean either more attack or accuracy, but basically I'm only saying these, it's like basic runes, whatever, like attack, blade, whatever, because you're only going to be using him early in the game. He is really not that useful beyond early game. You will get rid of him, which is why I always give basic setups. I'm not going to be all like, oh, despair or whatever, some other freaking ridiculous runes that are, I mean, Rage is the only one that could be hard to get nowadays because it's on Acropolis, but you could still get like a 1-star or 2-star Rage rune, from B1 or B2 in Acropolis if you want, but even then, I mean, if you were to say, oh, Rages are still hard to get, yeah, you are kind of right, but I'm only doing that because, he's critical oriented, so that's why I just put Rage with Blade, because that's a classic setup. But whatever, either way, what you want to do is give him critical rate, because his first one needs critical rate and his third one needs critical rate. He also needs, see, the thing is, he still needs accuracy apparently, because a critical hit itself is not a guaranteed, apparently. The critical rate, it's kind of like, Taharis and a few other elementals that say, oh, if you get a critical hit, you're guaranteed to get a DOT, but that's not true according to a lot of people. You actually need accuracy as well. The critical hit is just makes you bypass level 1. A critical hit, 100% initial chance, but then you go to level 2, accuracy versus resistance still, so it's, it's weird the way it is. That's why you would probably go with accuracy. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. In terms of substats, give even more critical rate, more accuracy if you want, and more attack. And that's why, just make him a glass cannon, because he's only going to be used for attack-based things and some debuffing with the third skill and, yeah, and critical hits. So, that's pretty much it. Like I said, not too useful of a monster. Early game, if you need a high attacker, go ahead and use this imp or any of the other imps, whatever, temporary. But eventually, you'll get rid of him. Or actually, I would recommend keeping him, putting him in the monster storage, because he's a fusion, so you need him eventually to fuse. And yeah, so that is my overall review of him. If you have some rune recommendations, go ahead and leave a comment. If you had some successes with this guy using proper rune setups, I am sure that people would appreciate seeing that in the comment section. Something different than what I said. Or you can agree with me too. It's fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, goodbye everybody, and until next time.